Good morning and welcome to the March 22nd version of the Scoreboard, your morning report. Well, things are starting to wind down in the NHL, NCAA Frozen Four playoffs beginning this Friday. Penn State playing against Michigan Tech, and closer to home, you're right, the CCHL. Playoffs for this season begin tonight. So let's check things out. First thing we have to look at are the transactions, and to of particular interest, Ottawa Senators, they recalled the goaltender Kevin Mandalese from Belleville. Boy, those Belleville goalies went up and down. And Toronto Maple Leafs, they sent Alex Steves and Joseph Wall back to the Marlies. Good thing the Marlies are in Toronto. It's not much of a trip back and forth. Okay, well, that was the transfers. Let's look what happened on the ice last night. Carolina 3 at the Rangers 2. Columbus 7-6 winners over Washington in OT. Phillies beat Florida 6-3. And Minnesota over the New Jersey Devils 2-1 in overtime. A biggie for Buffalo, but on the negative side, sorry, Harper. Nashville 7, Buffalo 3. Senators were in Beantown, and quite respectable 2-1 loss to the league-leading Bruins. Montreal did the Leafs a big favor with a 3-2 win over Tampa, but Toronto didn't do anything to help themselves as they were chased out of the rink by the Islanders by a score of 7-2. Winnipeg 2 over Arizona 1. Detroit 3, St. Louis 2 in a shootout. Another overtime game. Seattle 5, Dallas 4. Calgary 5 and Anaheim 1. That makes up for their Flames loss the night before. And Vegas 4 at Vancouver 3. So that was the action on ice in the NHL. I thought it was time maybe that we did revisit the league leaders. Not much change here, of course. I guess we could call these guys the Gold Dust Twins. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl for Edmonton. Now, I mean, I know Connor's got a very narrow 30-point lead over Draisaitl, but those guys are at the top of their game and at the top of the standings. Mitch Marner from the Leafs, partway down there, 27 goals, 63 assists for 90 points. And Tage Thompson for Buffalo, still hanging into the top 10, 43 goals. That's not bad. 45 assists for 88 points for Sage Thompson. No games to report from the Q, but tonight Charlottetown is at Halifax. That's for our man Evan Boucher. He'll be in action, hoping to reach 30 goals for this season. And tomorrow night, and then on Friday night, Cape Breton is in Halifax. So Evan's having another good year. He's sitting at 27 goals right now. Good season for Evan Boucher, former Brockville Brave. In the OHL, Tuesday night score, Sarnia 6, Owen Sound 1. Owen Sound is struggling. I mean, they're going to be in the playoffs, but they're, last year for Mr. Seed. What do we have tonight? Oshawa is at Kingston. And then Thursday night, traditional home night for the Peeps. They have the Ottawa 67s visiting. 67s definite powerhouse. Probably favorites maybe to come out of the OHL and go on to the Memorial Cup. Well, closer to home. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a scramble here now because I don't have these all programmed. But in the CCHL, let's take a look here. Here's our Bogart Cup lineup. 4 series: Ottawa and Cornwall, Navan and Brockville, Smith Falls and Carleton Place, and Hawkesbury and Renfrew. Here's the individual games for those series. I know these are a little hard to read. Sorry, Mr. Kurt, but I put all 4 of them on the screen at once. Hopefully you had time to round up and get your glasses. So all that action gets underway tonight in case you couldn't read the small print. So Cornwall is playing Ottawa at the Fred Baird Arena, and that's on Bank Street South. And the Braves are in Navan to play the Grads in Game 1 of Series B. Can we take a look at some of the stats for that series with head-to-head games between Grads and last year? Grads were no wins, 4 losses, and a tie. So Braves finished last season with 5-0-0-0. Pretty good record. Current season, I forgot to dab this one up. I had to dig back to come up with this information, and the current season, it is actually 3 wins and 2 losses for the Grads. The Braves were 2 wins, 2 losses, and an overtime loss. And the last 5 seasons, look at this. This is a lot of this is prior to the Marty Abrams era. Braves' record over the last 5 years would be 15-2-2-1. Pretty impressive record. I think I may have another little stat for us to take at. Here we are. Previous meetings this season in 5 games. Brockville won in January 3-1. They lost 5-4 in December. They lost 3-2 in November, and they lost 4-1 in September. But because I had to dig out these, in the last meeting back in February, Braves won 3-2 in overtime. So pretty good record between these 2 teams. And we can finish this off by taking a look at the top scorers for both teams. Dario, Parsons, Crate, Paoni, and Faust are the top 5 for the Navan Grads. For the Braves, totals are a little bit off here, folks. My apologies, but the order doesn't change any. Colin Elliott, the big train, on top. Second, Lucas, Captain Culhane. Trent Ledoux, defenseman, having a fantastic season. And, he started out as a 15-year-old with the Braves. Matt Yeager, 20-year-old over from Pembroke, 6'5", pretty big guy out there in 4th. And Aiden Yard. Be interesting series for Aiden, because he was at the Grads training camp. So that's it. Looking at the lineups and stats for tonight, it should be a great game. I'll be glued to be watching on Hockey TV. I may make the trip to Navan on Sunday, but everyone will be here on Friday night. And I think on Friday night, the Braves are going to be honoring their seniors. Those 6 guys, they're going to be moving on. So Senior night here in Brockville on Friday. Game 2 of Series B against the Navan Grads. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with you on Thursday morning. Thank you.